Are you planning a summertime road trip? Well, protect your back from long-lasting aches and pains. We've got Dr. Alex Vidan of Vidan Family Chiropractic joining us, and he's got some suggestions. Thanks so much for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
You know, you sit in the car for maybe up to 5 or even 8 hours longer.
Yeah.
It stiffens, your muscles stiffen up.
Sure. Things start to stiffen up and lock up, and you need that movement in there to keep things healthy and functioning the way that they're supposed to.
I always tell people, let's come on, share responsibility of driving so I can stretch out in the back.
So you can move around a little bit, right?
Yeah.
And sharing that responsibility takes a big load off the driver all the time. For sure.
Sometimes there's only one driver, so what do you do?
So what do you do then, right? So the big thing is if you're trying to divvy that up or break that up and take that load off your spine and off your back, take rests. You know, like stop off at a small town, get gas more often, whatever it happens to be, stretch. You know, take a minute for that. That 30 seconds, 60 seconds of stretching can make a big difference.
Some of these luxury sedans, I mean, they have stuff in the car. They even roll one time or two on the back. But most cars don't seem to have that. They're not really meant for long periods of time.
Right. And if you don't have that, an easy thing to do is just take a hand towel, roll it up, and stick it with it right there in between your low back.
Like right in here.
Exactly. So you'll want to sit there. Yep.
Okay. I'm putting it behind my back here.
Right. You'll sit it behind your back, and that will then act as a lumbar support so that whenever you sit up good and tall.
And it keeps you alert as well.
Exactly. So it'll make you sit up taller like that.
You brought some ice. What's that for?
So the ice, you know, you'll bring a cooler and bring some ice, things like that. It doesn't have to be anything fancy, just a bag of ice, a Ziploc bag. And that's if you've already have problems with your low back and you notice that it does tighten up. What I'll suggest for my patients is, hey, bring a cooler, have a bag of ice, and just use that on the areas that typically cause pain or discomfort. 15 minutes of that will help decrease the inflammation in the area and just make it feel better.
You know, John Brown is starting again here at Fox 2. He started this week. He was here 5 years ago, and at that time he said he had a back pain. I asked him, what happened to your back pain? He said, I figured it out.
Yeah,
and you brought
the
it
wallet.
in right here. He was sitting on his wallet.
Right.
And that hurts in a car, too.
Absolutely. So when you're sitting on that wallet, what it does is it makes your pelvis and your hips, it can make that uneven. Just a small little difference of that height can make all the difference in the world as far as the stress that it puts onto your low back and your pelvis. When you're constantly sitting like that, it'll cause those types of problems.
Dr. Alex Vidan, you're going to make that trip much more bearable.
Yes,
Thanks
sir.